Breakups are often the symptom of problems in a relationship. My workbook series, The Knowledge, is focused on helping you change your life in 4 key areas: retaining the information that I teach, personal growth, improving your relationships, and of course, re-attracting your ex. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about never say this to an ex.
Uh-oh, what could that be?
You know, there are many things that you should not say or do to somebody that you have just broken up with, or sometimes even in a relationship with. And today we're going to be talking about one of those things that you really want to stay away from, because if you do this, you're really going to piss them off.
Okay. And you probably, or at least might not want to do that.
Now, this can happen in the heat of the moment. You're upset. You're trying to convince them to give you another shot. But I've had a couple of guys say this recently, and the minute they said it, I was like, no, don't say that. They told their ex that they were confused.
About what?
Their decision. That they were confused about breaking up with them, and they were basically saying that what you're saying, you don't really mean this, you're just confused about what you're talking about.
Oh, you're lucky you don't get a punch in the nose if you say that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is a major no-no.
Yeah.
I know that guys sometimes say this when they're upset and they're just trying to say, you know, I love you, you love me, and we have something wonderful together.
You don't mean this. You don't mean this. Yeah.
But telling somebody how they feel and assuming that it's not reality is going to lead to major problems.
Oh, yes, right away.
Now, that doesn't mean your ex isn't confused.
Or that you're not.
Because they very well could be confused about their decision. But you're never going to question somebody's reality when they're telling you something about how they feel. That's a big problem in relationships.
Yes, it is.
And I know that you have seen that come up many times.
Oh, many times, yeah. That never happened. Or I had a client one time, and I'll never forget, she had been separated from her husband for a long time. And he said, tell me again why you don't want to be with me. And she said, because you hit me. He said, well, it only happened once. And she said, well, I remember more like 20 times. He said, oh, no, it was only once. You want to talk about turning her off? It was see ya. You know?
Yeah.
You can't even own it.
Yeah. So, you know, that's
minimizing. That's much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's like telling that person that how they feel isn't real, and that your feelings are what matters, not their feelings.
Yes.
That's not okay to do to somebody.
No.
And, you know, sometimes guys will even say this in a way where they don't mean it to be hurtful, where they're just saying, like, look, you're just really confused right now. But even if you say it like that, they're going to be like, no, I'm not.
I'm a grown-up. Don't tell me.
I know what I'm feeling right now.
Don't tell me.
They're going to get angry.
Yeah.
And when they're going to get angry, they're going to push you away. They're going to put up walls. And now they're going to not even trust you.
And you want to talk about stubborn? That's exactly the kind of thing that makes people stubborn. You know? I'm safeguarding my independent view of reality here. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, let's face it, when you're making a difficult decision, like to end a relationship, sure, you're not going to be totally set on it. Now, there may be parts of the day where you're like, yep, I know this is what I have to do. But when you're laying your head on the pillow at night, you're going to be like, you know, I really do love this person. Yeah. And, you know, maybe we could work it out. But imagine you were hungry, okay? And you haven't eaten in 8 hours. And you're like, man, I'm so hungry. I got to get something to eat. And then somebody says to you, you're not hungry.
You're not hungry.
You just ate 8 hours ago. You'll be like, no, I really have to eat. Imagine if they kept saying to you, no, you're not that hungry. It's not as bad as it feels. You're going to be more and more frustrated.
That's right.
And you're going to be like, what the hell do you know about how I feel? And now they're going to push back.
Right.
Because you're pushing onto them and saying what you're experiencing isn't real.
Right. Yeah, that can get you in a whole lot of trouble really quickly. People are bound to get angry. However, I can think of some times when it would be really easy to say it. Remember what we talked about a couple of weeks ago about people who are not free to marry and may, for example, be pressured subtly or very overtly by a family to break up with so-and-so or so-and-so, and then they do it and they say to you, I want to break up with you. It could be very easy to say, you don't mean that, but you better not. Okay, because you may be aware that it can be coming from another place or pressure from another place. But I still do not advise you to say that. The person will figure that out once they're less upset.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I can see saying that.
So you have to be really careful about your behavior in a relationship, because sometimes you may be doing toxic things that you're not even aware of.
Absolutely.
You're unconscious of your own toxic behaviors and patterns, right?
Right. And I think immediately of the topic of narcissists and toxic narcissists, and that's a big topic at this point. Much research is being done on it. And narcissists are known to do what is called gaslighting. In other words, they will tell you that things never happened that did happen. You know, there was a terrible time when you threw a shoe at me and then you locked me outside the door and it was really cold out. And they say, I never did that. I don't know where you got that. You must be a little bit crazier this week because you had a fight with your mom. And it's named for a movie called Gaslighting, where the guy kept trying to make the woman crazy by telling her that what was real was not real. So you got to be very careful of that, because women are being trained about that now. That if you come along and tell her that the reality is not the reality, you really could get a punch in the nose.
Yeah.
And you could get called a narcissist. And I've had a couple of guys tell me that they were called narcissists. One of them I thought deserved it. I thought he was. The other one didn't. So just be aware that information is out there big time right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to be really conscious of how you're coming across as a partner or as an ex, and how you're handling yourself.
Right.
And it could be real easy to slip up and say something like, you're just confused right now.
Yep.
But really, you're most likely doing it because you're wanting them to see, oh no, you still care about me and you have feelings for me and you can't end this relationship.
Yeah.
It's a manipulation.
It's a manipulation, even though you may not mean it as such at the time. And you may really mean it. Yeah, you're confused. You can't mean this. You don't want to break up with me. Well, I thought I just said I did want to break up with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to answer and honor her or his feelings.
So if you find that you are hearing something that is like, wow, I wasn't even realizing that I was manipulating or doing something like that, you gotta put yourself in check. Mm-hmm. And you gotta be responsible for yourself and your actions, and realize that your partners are their own independent person.
Right.
They have their own thoughts, they have their own feelings, and one of the dangers of relationships is when you try and impose those onto them. You try and impose your thoughts and feelings onto them, and you try to minimize them.
Right. And oftentimes people will do that in defense of things they've done. I mean, I only did it once, or I don't ever remember that happening. Domestic violence creates a lot of that stuff. The police were never called here. I never hit you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So understand that your partner and you have different sets of feelings, thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, many different areas. Respect that. Respect what they want, respect how they feel, and you would want that same respect for them. And you would want somebody to show you that kind of respect and acknowledge how you felt if
Right.
you were unhappy in the
Right.
relationship.
Right.
You wouldn't want somebody to question your reality or how you would interpret something. And so you don't want to do that to them.
Right. Yeah, we have to respect each other's views. Even if we disagree, it's okay.
Absolutely. So be sure that you're aware of what's going on within yourself, so you don't let your anxiety take over and say or do something that's going to push your partner away even further.
good point, because when we're anxious, we can do all manner of things we wish we hadn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do emails and I do Skype. Margaret is also available for Skype coaching.
Yes, I am, and I'm hearing from a number of you, and I'm very happy about it. Please continue.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to sign up and talk with her. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you know when the newest videos come out. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon. I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net.